Hi guys, so today I'll be talking to you about ferrets, how to care for them the correct way, and what to do if you want one. Ferrets usually live for 6 to 13 years. They require regular vaccinations and veterinary checkups to maintain them. Annual health checks should happen for your ferrets for every year up to 5 years when you have them, and then once they become older, you should have them checked twice annually when they become seniors, so around 10 years old. Ferrets are usually compared to cats and dogs. Like cats, they sleep a lot and they can be trained to a litter box. And like dogs, they are very social and crave company of people. They weigh from 1 to 5 pounds and sleep around 18 to 20 hours a day. Male ferrets are called hobs, female ferrets are called jills, and baby ferrets are called kits. They can be tan, brown, black, and white, or they can have all those various color combinations. They're usually not recommended for children under 6 years old. They're really recommended for families that have middle-aged children and can take care of animals. One thing to know about them is that they like to steal, hide things, and they're very mischievous, but they're very playful and loving at the same time. Facts about them is that every ferret needs a high quality diet in meat protein. They're carnivores, so they need to eat animal based diet all the time. They shouldn't be fed vegetables or anything like that. It's not good for them or their systems. Every ferret requires care and attention from all of the people. You should buy them usually in pairs or more than one because if you're not able to play with them, then they will be able to play with each other. They're very social, and in order to be happy, they need to be interacted with from day to day. Playing with your ferret indoors is supervised is the best way, and it could help from potential hazardous situations. And if you keep a litter box on hand near you, in case the ferret starts backing up, then you know what it means. Usually, when they back up towards a corner or try to get somewhere dark, that means they're trying to go to the bathroom. Every ferret needs environmental enrichment to stay physically and mentally active. Keeping your ferret playing with toys like tunnels, tubes, and hard plastic balls are the best. They love to explore outdoors, so if you do bring them outdoors, you should use a harness or something like that. Every ferret always needs vaccinations, and baby ferrets usually have all their vaccinations from 7 to 9 weeks old, and for their protection, they should have more vaccinations from 9, 12, and 16 years of, or 16 weeks of age. They should have rabies shots every year as well. They love to play, and they want you if they want you or other ferrets to play with them, they'll bounce back and forth sideways and show their teeth. They like to puff up their tail and make like giggling sounds when they're having fun as well. Don't be afraid when the ferrets speed bump or when they just lay on the floor and they stop playing. It's just they get very excited, and then you just take a chill pill for a couple minutes. They're very intelligent social pets, and that's why they're great in groups, so you should always get more than one when you do get them. They are prone to nipping, but training them is the best way to stop that. You shouldn't really bathe your ferrets regularly, like more than once a month. Bathing them can strip their furs of natural oils and overcompensate by producing more. So that's how they would get smellier when they produce more oil. Their skin ends up to dry out when this happens too. They actually end up taking care of it for themselves. Like cats, they get hairballs because they clean themselves and groom themselves when they shed, but they are prone to hairballs. And unfortunately, unlike cats, they can't vomit them up like we're used to. So you should have laxatives, ferret laxatives on hand, just in case that it gets stuck in the intestinal tract. Clipping nails is another important thing to know about when you get ferrets. Um, their nails should be clipped about once a month, and if you don't clip them enough, then they'll get really long. They'll break, cause pain, bleeding, and possible infection. It's better to clip them regularly, once a month, because their nerve and blood vessels actually grow with their nails as well. So as the nails are growing longer, and if you leave them, then their nerves and blood vessels will grow as well. So once you do end up finally cutting them, you cut the nerve and the ferret will be really hurt. The best way to combat like hurting them too is by distracting them with a treat or a liquid supplement, and this will help them, and they can just stay still and eat what they have to. Cages are very important for ferrets as well. They should be wired cages with multiple different levels. They can like eat through certain types of cages, so make sure you get the right one. The minimum levels they should have is 1 and 2, but usually 3 or 4 level cages are great because it has more space and they can run up and down, all that stuff. The cage should be put in more of a dark enclosure, a darker part of the room, and it should have a little hut next to it where the ferrets can sleep. And then they should have like towels for the bedding. And you should always ferret proof your house before getting one. They can really get into anything. They're known to get into spaces as small as 3 centimeters. It's just like preparing for a toddler. Ferrets can get through literally any gap, so you need to make sure that anything dangerous is out of their reach. They're very inquisitive, so make sure you keep a track of them and make sure that you're always watching them just in case. Also, make sure that your home is a little bit on the cooler side because they can't deal with really hot weather, so make sure you have an air conditioning. I'm really excited because I'm going to be getting ferrets at the end of the summer, so that's why I did this, and I'm excited, and I hope you learned a lot about ferrets.